on the Indra. As you can see, I'm in a dry suit on a recent dive first week in December on the USS Indra. Arriving at where we tied in, you can see this safety line, and of course the two chains that's holding the Outrageous 5 to the USS Indra. What we're at is just visibility and conditions and what marine life is available in this water that's about 56 degrees. Although it's a little warmer down by the ship, maybe 59 degrees, you can see some of the coral and growth that's present on the ship. Not any real evidence of small fish. We'll see some sea bass show up in the film. But otherwise, it's pretty much devoid of life. Where it is exactly, I don't know, but it is nonetheless not what you'd usually see in the summertime. It's fascinating looking at some of the coral growth. You can see it was alive at one particular time, but has since stopped growing. By the way, this is all done with a Edition GoPro and then a UK light. And of course, just trying to pick up if anybody's at home in this coral. Once again, in the summertime, you see a great deal of blennies, but on this particular dive, very quiet. Can't see any crustaceans. No tube worms. Visibility up close was pretty good, but as you moved to other parts of the ships and then looked out horizontally, the visibility was not what we'd call ideal. Earlier we just had 4 feet of visibility on U352, but I decided not to do any filming there. There was a lot of lionfish at the U352, but not on the Indra. Some pinfish, the sea bass we saw earlier, we'll see some more here in a bit, and then sheephead. We usually don't see this many sheephead on the Indra. They're usually inshore in the sand, so this will be a little bit different. At times visibility, I would call it about 10 feet. We'll look at some divers here in a bit, and you can judge for yourself how good the visibility is. The Indra, of course, continues to disappear into the ocean. Here we have some activity, a white sea urchin active on the bottom, so it must be finding food in those little crevices as it moves across the bottom. Here we have following a couple of divers with flashlights so you can see what a horizontal visibility is. We're looking close up. The visibility looks pretty good, but then once you put your head up and look horizontally, not what we usually see on site. Once again, most people were in 7 mil suits, 5 to 7 mil, wearing gloves and of course having their head covered. Everyone seemed to enjoy the dive. Fortunately, the outside temperature was very comfortable, so once you got back to the boat, there wasn't any problems. We didn't see any sharks, no large fish, just the smaller sea bass. Here we are in the bow of the Indra, and just to give you an idea of the visibility, and then of course we'll get up close and look inside. Once again, sea bass, and you can see the remains of the coral that's at this particular site. But once again, no smaller fish, no tropical fish. Sometimes we would see a variety of small crabs, but I just didn't really pick up anything except the sea bass. And of course you'll see how they certainly got into posing for the camera, and of course they're usually looking for you to lift something up, and then of course that will expose a crustacean, a small crab or some other small animal, and they'll quickly go in and grab that small animal and eat it just as quick as you can lift something up. Go out in some of the deeper wrecks, you don't see this coral. This is just somewhere around 60 feet down. And then you can go to other sites and then you'll see it again. So I don't exactly understand why it's at one particular location but not another, but it is fascinating to look at, but I have not seen any of it actually growing. Of course, here's our somebody wants to be a movie star here. I continue to move around the shipwreck and search to see if there's any other animals. There certainly was some growth on the corner of this part of the ship. Of course, with the light, you can certainly make out some of the colors. I guess this is some form of algae. But that was pretty much the dive. Of course, I'll go ahead and follow the untie and then go ahead and go back up the anchor line to the boat and do my hang. You can see the dry suit worked really well. I was very, very comfortable. I just had a 7mm hood from another dry suit, and so I used that for the dive, and of course the heavy gloves. But no real problems. Like I said, 56 to 59 degrees was the water temperature. This is usually not the visibility here, but on this particular dive, or two dives, this is kind of what we had for the first part of December. Beautiful boat ride, and very enjoyable trip out to the dive sites and of course back to the shop.